Peabody and Sherman's a movie that came out 10 years ago. Why am I reviewing it now, you ask? I don't know, I wanted to. The movie starts, Peabody's just talking about himself, his past, how he was unloved, never adopted as a dog, smart, read books, resolved conflicts, created yoga classes, and there were cows, like he used the energy by like farting. I was really enjoying the movie in these first like 30 seconds, you know. I was like, you know what, I'm down with this movie. I'm down with this. And then...
Hi, Mr. Peabody!
Yeah, and it kind of goes downhill from here. So from here, we go to the French Revolution. We meet the Let Them Eat Cake woman. I don't know what this character's name is. I don't know what the real historical figure's name is. But we're going to call her Let Her Eat Cake woman for the sake of argument. Peabody and Sherman, I don't actually know what the purpose of this scene was. They're kind of just here. And then Sherman goes off, starts eating cake in the kitchen. And then the French Revolution just pulls up, like just like that. Like they just pull up. They arrive and they arrest Peabody. He's white! Nah, I can't say that. Peabody gets pulled up on by the French Revolution like gang members in the hood and taken into the guillotine, where he is about to be executed in the first 30 seconds of this movie. And you're thinking, wow, no way Peabody dies here. No. With some Allen equations from The Hangover, Peabody manages to mathematically equate himself to turn the guillotine headboard to get out of it. He gets out. I've never seen a way you can do this. It's locked in. And he uses like a cantaloupe to distract them, and the guy gets really angry, and they go into the sewers. Peabody makes a joke, and Sherman's like, oh, I don't get that. And we move forward. Peabody throws down with like this guy with, I don't even know what haircut to call this. We're gonna call it like the mid-drop mullet. That's what we're gonna call it, the mid-drop mullet. And he just throws down with him, sword fight, probably better than any action sequence in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. And they escape through the water, like venting out. And this scene was really cool. Really pointless, but really cool. Then they go back to the way back after blowing up like France from like the sewers because of methane gas, and Sherman doesn't know what that is. The entire France blows up. They get back to the way back, and they go back to the present day. And in the present day, Sherman has his own journey to conquer. He's got to go to school. No. Wait. God forbid, the kid has to go to school. So we get Sherman in school. Sherman uses his knowledge from the way back to like stun the teacher. And he uses his brain power to absolutely diff Penny, who's like,
do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
George Washington cut down a cherry tree. And Sherman literally just turns around and was like, yeah, no, that story fake, bro. Penny's like, grrr. Pulls up to Sherman, throws the sandwich on the floor, and is like, you're a dog, bro. Sherman stupidly goes and picks the sandwich up. Like, if that's me in like year 6, I'm just like, yeah, nah, fuck that, man. I'm just gonna go and get a new one, or I'm gonna go home and eat. It's calm. I don't care. Have the fucking sandwich. Then the lady's gonna mop it up in like 2 minutes anyway. But Sherman goes down, tries to pick the sandwich up, and oh no, he didn't hear the footsteps behind him of this gampy motherfucker trying to picks the dog whistle that Peabody gave him for some reason out of his pocket, and then she's like, come and get it, Sherman. Starts to blow it, and is like, why is this not working? So Penny clearly isn't clued in. First off, she got the George Washington question completely wrong, and the second thing is she blows into a dog whistle and can complain about not hearing it. And free up my boy Carl, by the way, like, he gets this only scene in the movie, he gets, like, dissed by Penny twice. Free my boy. Penny and Sherman fight for, like, 2 seconds before Sherman, like, digs into Penny's arm like it's a quarter pounder with cheese from Mackey's. And speaking of digging in, my name's LV. I make Star Wars videos, gaming, and random film reviews when I feel like it. So if you like what you're seeing now, boys, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it, it'll really help me out. And let's continue with this review. Taking the succulent bite out of that arm. I don't know if I can call that succulent, the characters are mine, hold on. Taking a bite out of the arm. Then Peabody pulls up to the principal's office and it's like, I'm guessing Sherman's doing better than I expected. Starts whipping out degrees and stuff, and the principal's just like, yeah, nah, fuck that, bro. Like, Sherman got in a fight today. And Peabody looks up and he's like, huh? And then Miss Grunion pulls up, who is like not intimidating in the slightest. Like, Peabody like wins the stare down, and he's just like, crystal clear, bro. So in short, Miss Grunyon's gonna pull up to Peabody's house, do an inspection, see if Peabody's taking care of the kid properly. Otherwise, Sherman's gonna have Scott for adoption. And Peabody really just says to that, like, yeah, now we're gonna bond with the parents of, like, Penny, try and make sure this all blows over. So that happens. Peabody pulls up to Sherman's room. Sherman's trying to sleep and goes, I have a deep regard for you too, Sherman. Just say I love you, bro, like, Jesus. Anyway, I think it moves on to the next day, I'm not sure, the next morning. I don't know why Sherman's in bed in this scene, but in the next moment we see Peabody cutting up a watermelon. Bro was slicing and dicing this watermelon like a Croydon resident, man. Like, he was cutting this up and chopping it all down, and oh, bro, it was a delinquently cut watermelon. That is not the right word, but moving on. Sherman pulls up. I thought he was asleep, to be honest, in this scene. He just pulls up. He's like, what are you doing, Mr. Peabody? And Mr. Peabody's like, we're gonna resolve the conflict. We're getting Penny's parents. And that's what happens. The parents pull up. Peabody plays like 50 musical instruments, which is sick. And then, like, chiropractors the geezer's back. Very cool. You can see Peabody's a man of talent from this. From here, Peabody tells, like, Sherman, don't talk about the way back. Sherman talks about the way back. We end up in ancient Egypt, where stuff happens. Penny's gonna marry, like, a geezer that's, like, 500 years old. They then escape Egypt. They then go to, like, the Renaissance with Da Vinci, who's a really cool character, by the way. Da Vinci makes like a robot baby, but Da Vinci repairs the way back. They then leave the Renaissance. They then go to Troy, where they meet Joe Swanson, my goat. The guy that's like, Sherman is a brother. Then Peabody dies, just straight up dies. Off of the Trojan horse, dies. R.I.P. Mr. Peabody. Then Sherman's really like, oh, if we go back to the present, we're gonna get Peabody back. Doesn't take into account that he's also in the present, and Penny. So then he has a twin of himself, a twin of Penny, and then a twin of Peabody, because Peabody's alive. Wow, this happened. But Peabody pulls up, and then shit starts to just go down. The wormhole broke in the space-time continuum. Miss Grunion pulls up and is really, like, trying to take Sherman away. Peabody bites Miss Grunion. That happens. It's because Miss Grunion is really, like, trying to put Mr. Peabody down, bruh. Peabody and Sherman, they escape in an epic street chase. Miss Grunion gets pulled up on by, like, all of them protesting Mr. Peabody's life.
Fine, you're all dogs, but you can't change the law.
I know someone who can.
But that was the summary of the movie. So let's talk about the positives quickly, and then we'll talk about the negatives. So the positives, I thought Peabody's sick in this movie. This movie could have just been called Peabody, because I really don't like Sherman that much. But Peabody does well. Peabody does well with what he's given as lines. He's a funny character. He does what he's supposed to do really well. Fair play, Mr. Peabody's actor. I don't know your name, but you did some great stuff in this movie. And also, your house is fucking sick, by the way, Peabody. Like, give me a house till one day. And that helicopter on the roof, I think, is really unnecessary when you've got a time machine. But we move on. The next thing this movie did really well, I think, was incorporate some of the time travel into the plot. Like, in particular, the Renaissance was kind of the only one that really made sense in the plot of the movie. We could have got so much more time with Da Vinci, because Da Vinci's a dapper character. He makes a robot baby, repairs the way back. We get Sherman, like, bond with Penny in character development. And there's no real character development in this movie. It's a kid's movie, I know, but it happens, and it's kind of cool to see, like, Penny's turn from evil into good. The reverse Anakin Skywalker. The next thing was the jokes in this movie.
You know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
In particular, Peabody's ones, and going back to, like, glazing Peabody, like, some of them land really well. To get ruined by Sherman going, oh, no, that's not right. Moving forward again, the movie does a really good job at pacing itself somewhat. It's a really fast-paced movie for, like, the 88 minutes. But a lot happens in the movie. You get a lot of content from the movie. You get a lot of Peabody in the movie, which is a very big bonus. And then the positives kind of run dry from there. Except Joe Swanson. Like,
a present. Nice. It looks just like our horse.
Should I bring it inside?
It'd be rude not to.
Go!
Peabody here.
I did not see that coming.
the first negative is the other main character, Sherman. One of the main characters is goated. Sherman is not. Sherman is just the opposite of Peabody. Sherman gets joke lines that aren't funny. He doesn't really do anything in particularly cool. He kind of fucks everything up, like, 24/7 in the film, and just kind of causes every event to happen and spiral out of control when it didn't need to. That's kind of Sherman's character, and it really annoys me. Some of the line delivery from this guy as well, this actor. I don't know if he was a kid at the time, so don't hold this against me because I know this is how a kid would behave. But they're so bad. I've never seen line delivery this awful. The animation in this movie is kind of goated, by the way. Like, the Peabody character design is goated. No, but we need to talk about negatives. And the next negative is the incorporation of timelines into the movie. Like, we kind of got Troy, I think, for comedic relief of Joe Swanson, the king. So I'm not complaining. The French Renaissance was kind of not needed. We could have probably had any other more interesting time period. And the Egyptian time period wasn't needed. So Da Vinci was the only one we needed. And I can't really think of any other more negatives of this movie. Probably like Miss Grunion is like a really shit villain and kidnapped by Joe Swanson and forced into marriage, and then I don't really know. But if I had to give this movie a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it a solid 6. It's a kid's movie. It does things really well. It does things really bad. I enjoyed it personally, so... And boys, just before I go quickly, please leave a like, subscribe on the video if you like what you saw. Leave a comment on what you want to see me review next. And boys, I'll see you in the next one.